Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt that nagging weight of things in your home that you know you should let go of, but somehow can't? Over the years, clutter has a sneaky way of piling up, and before you know it, it starts to feel overwhelming. Old furniture, stacks of papers, and sentimental items slowly take up space in ways you don't even notice. But here's the truth. Before you turn 70, decluttering certain household items is not just about tidying up. It's about giving yourself the gift of a simpler, more fulfilling life. Today, we're going to dive into 6 specific items that could be silently draining your energy, and I'll show you how letting go of them can bring a sense of relief you never expected. It's not about loss, it's about freedom. Let's begin with worn-out furniture. Over the years, it's easy for furniture to accumulate. Pieces that once served a purpose but no longer do. That bulky recliner that no one sits in. The giant dining table that hasn't hosted a big family gathering in years. Or the dresser with drawers that don't open properly. They don't add to your life, they just fill space. As we get older, too much furniture makes our homes harder to navigate, increasing the risk of tripping or simply feeling cramped. Frank, at 74, lived in a home overflowing with furniture. Some inherited, some gifted, and some he'd bought years ago. But as his daughter pointed out, he had 5 chairs in his living room and only 2 of them were ever used. So he decided to let go of the pieces that no longer served him. And as he did, his home felt lighter, more inviting and easier to live in. So ask yourself, when was the last time you used that old furniture? If it's been too long, it might be time to part ways with it. Next up, clothes you never wear. We've all held on to clothes that no longer fit or serve us. Whether it's that suit you bought years ago, or those shoes that now hurt your feet. But as we age, our wardrobes should reflect who we are now, not who we were. Linda, at 72, had a closet full of clothes she no longer wore, but one day she took a step back and made 3 piles. What she loved and wore, what didn't fit, and what she was holding on to just in case. As she let go of things she hadn't worn in years, she felt a sense of relief and found that her closet became a space of clarity and practicality. If your closet is packed with clothes you never wear, it's time to ask, do I really need this? Letting go of the old frees up space for the new, and can simplify your daily routine. We often overlook expired medications and old toiletries, which can pile up unnoticed in our bathrooms. Maybe it's a bottle of painkillers from years ago, or a half-used tube of lotion that you never liked. These items are not only taking up valuable space, but expired medications can even be dangerous, losing their effectiveness or becoming harmful. Robert, at 75, had a medicine cabinet full of outdated medication. After clearing them out, he felt a huge sense of relief knowing that everything in his cabinet was actually useful. This process isn't just about cleaning up. It's about safety and simplifying your life. Check your medicine cabinet and bathroom drawers. If something's expired or never used, let it go. Another common source of clutter is old papers, documents, and unopened mail. Over the years, paperwork piles up, outdated bills, old tax returns, and instruction manuals for appliances you no longer own. Barbara, at 73, found herself overwhelmed by stacks of unnecessary paper. After clearing out decades-old documents, she felt a mental clarity she hadn't experienced in years. Sorting through your papers doesn't just make your home cleaner, it clears your mind. Digitize what you can and get rid of the rest. Keep only what you truly need. Paper clutter isn't just taking up space, it's contributing to stress. Now let's talk about kitchen items you never use. Kitchens are notorious for cluttering up with unused gadgets and mismatched containers. George, at 76, had accumulated everything from blenders to old dishes that he never used. His kitchen felt chaotic and disorganized until he took the time to clear out the items he didn't need. By the time he was done, his kitchen was more functional and easier to navigate. It's not about having a kitchen overflowing with items. It's about having only what's necessary to make cooking and cleaning easier. Ask yourself, when was the last time I used that? If it's collecting dust, it's time to let go. Finally, we come to sentimental items. This can be one of the hardest areas to tackle. Old letters, gifts from loved ones, and souvenirs can carry emotional weight, making it tough to part with them. Helen, at 78, had a storage unit full of sentimental items from different stages of her life. But when she moved into a smaller home, she realized she needed to make choices. She kept only a few meaningful items, her wedding album, some letters, and a few souvenirs, and let go of the rest. In doing so, she felt an unexpected sense of relief. Remember, memories aren't stored in objects. They live in you. You don't need to keep everything to remember the past. Letting go of excess sentimental clutter makes room for the present and allows you to enjoy the memories that truly matter. Decluttering before 70 isn't just about making space. It's about creating a home that feels lighter and easier to manage, so you can live the life you want. When you let go of these items, you're not losing anything. You're gaining freedom, clarity, and peace of mind. Take a moment to reflect. Which of these 6 items do you see in your own home? Which ones are silently weighing you down? Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about living more fully. So what's the next step you're going to take? Decluttering isn't just about getting rid of things. It's about making space for a life that feels lighter, more purposeful, and easier to navigate. Many of us hold on to items in our homes. Furniture, clothes, old sentimental belongings, not because we need them, but because we have been conditioned to think that having them means something. Maybe they represent memories, security, or even a sense of accomplishment. However, holding on to these things can often lead to an overwhelming sense of burden. When we let go of what no longer serves us, we free ourselves from the weight of the past and create room for the present and future. The act of decluttering, therefore, is not about losing things. It's about gaining freedom. The freedom that comes with decluttering is profound. It's about more than just having a cleaner space. It's about emotional liberation. When we hold on to items that no longer serve us, whether they are outdated furniture, clothes we never wear, or sentimental objects that no longer bring us joy, we are unknowingly creating physical and emotional barriers. These items take up space in our homes, but they also occupy mental space. Every time we look at a pile of old clothes, a broken chair, or a stack of papers, we are reminded of the past, of things we no longer need or use. These reminders, while once meaningful, can add unnecessary weight to our daily life. When we begin to let go, we stop living in the past and start living in the present, opening up the space to embrace what truly matters to us now. Moreover, decluttering gives us the opportunity to reclaim control over our environment. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, our homes should be sanctuaries of peace and comfort. Yet for many of us, clutter has a way of creeping into our lives, often without us realizing it. That old couch no one sits on, the stack of unread books gathering dust, the dishes you bought for special occasions that never seem to happen. All of these items can slowly drain your energy and make your home feel more like a storage unit than a space for living. The longer we live with clutter, the more it becomes normal to us, to the point where we don't even notice how much it impacts our well-being. But the moment we start to declutter, we begin to feel a shift, a weight being lifted. This freedom is not limited to physical space. Decluttering also has an emotional impact. Each item we let go of represents a release of the past, of attachments that no longer serve us. For example, many people struggle to part with sentimental items, believing that to let go of them is to lose the memories attached to them. However, memories are not stored in objects. They are held in our hearts and minds. Keeping a pile of old letters or souvenirs may provide a sense of nostalgia, but they can also hold us back, tying us to moments in time that we no longer need to cling to. Letting go of these items doesn't erase the memories. It allows us to carry them with us in a way that's free from clutter and burden. In the end, the true freedom in decluttering comes from realizing that we don't need to hold on to things to validate our experiences or our work. We can live more fully when we are not weighed down by the excess of things. Decluttering is not a loss. It's an opportunity to curate the environment around us to match the life we want to live. It's about intentionally choosing what to keep, based on its current value and relevance to our lives, rather than holding on to it simply because it's always been there. This process enables us to create a home that reflects who we are now and who we want to become. It's about having the space, both physically and mentally, to pursue the things that truly matter. As you begin to declutter, you'll realize that the freedom it offers isn't just the physical space that opens up, but the mental and emotional clarity that comes with it. It's a way to say, I choose what matters, and by doing so you invite more of what you want into your life. The process may not always be easy, especially when it comes to sentimental items or long-held possessions. but the rewards are undeniable. Every item you let go of is a step towards reclaiming your space, your energy, and your life. It's not about losing things. It's about gaining a life that feels lighter, more intentional, and filled with the things that truly bring joy and purpose. In conclusion, decluttering isn't just about clearing out physical items. It's about creating a space that reflects who you are today and the life you want to live. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you, whether that's outdated furniture, clothes you never wear, or sentimental objects that have become more of a burden than a blessing. By doing so, you open up room for emotional clarity, mental peace, and a more streamlined, enjoyable way of living. It's a process that brings freedom, not loss, and one that allows you to truly appreciate the things that matter most. As you move forward, remember that each item you let go of is a step toward a simpler, happier, and more fulfilling life. Take it one item at a time, and trust that the space you create will not only lighten your home, but also your heart. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on these insights, and I wish you the best of luck as you embark on your own decluttering journey. May it bring you peace, clarity, and a renewed sense of freedom in your home and life. Thank you again, and take